So, there's been a couple animatronics in the series that have appeared back in Sister Location and FNaF 6. And today I'm gonna try to answer what one of them is and how it actually is the other one. So, let's just play the intro.
I guess I'll find out when I wake up back home again. Dreadfully, terribly, something is amiss, but I won't mind the feeling, it's all made up in my head. Destiny's melody calling out to me, so what I'm gonna do is fall for you and walk out to the edge.
One of the animatronics that people are really confused about is Yenndo from Sister Location. Nobody really knows what Yenndo is. Because of the name Yenndo, we think it's like it was supposed to be like a Funtime Fredbear, maybe a Funtime Golden Freddy, because Golden Freddy's original name was Yellow Bear, not Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy was given to him by the fans. If you didn't know that, yeah, fun fact. But yeah, so yeah, people mostly think that Yenndo was like the endoskeleton of a Funtime Fredbear or Funtime Golden Freddy. So yeah, but today, like, I believe that, but I think that Funtime Fredbear was actually something else. So yeah, there was okay, I'm just gonna say, I think Yenndo is the endoskeleton for a prototype of Lefty, and Lefty was gonna be the Funtime Fredbear, but then, like, Yenndo was, like, the prototype for it, but then they, like, ended up going in a different direction, because we know Henry most likely at least helped William with the Funtime animatronics, so, but at that point, eventually, he found out about Charlie being in the puppet, so he wanted to trap the puppet, and he decided to design another animatronic, which was a Funtime Fredbear, but, like, he never really finished it. First he created a Funtime Fredbear, but it, like, didn't work or anything, or something like that, so they just kept the endoskeleton for storage, in case they needed it, and left it in the private room, right? So, yeah. The reason I thought this was because of something in my last community post. I said that I asked who you think is coming next to FNaF AR, and somebody said Lefty. I made it a poll. Most people said it was Lefty, probably coming next, and somebody in the comments said, mentioned one of Lefty's voice lines, and I'm gonna play that voice line right now, and this is what made me think that Lefty could be like a Funtime animatronic.
Shh. There is room for one more.
There is room for one more, huh? Room for one more is Room for One More is one of the Fazbear Fright stories in book 3. And it told a story about the Funtimes and mostly the mini arenas, but the Funtimes were involved too. And yeah, Lefty says room for one more, which could connect back to the Funtimes. And then I thought, what if Yenndo was actually Lefty? Now, I don't have any actual evidence for this. It's just a theory, like speculation based on that one voice line. But yeah, it seems interesting that that Lefty voice line has now become a book in the Fazbear Fright stories. So yeah. Yeah. Also, if you look at, like, an image side by side of Lefty and Funtime Freddy, they do have some similarities. Like, the head shape is kind of similar. They both have 4 toes. There's a couple similar things. So yeah, what I think is that Henry wanted to capture the puppet in animatronic, so that he can eventually burn it, and release his daughter's soul or whatever. But the first one didn't work well, so he just took the endoskeleton out, and years and years later he created another one, and that one actually worked, and that was Lefty. So I think Yenndo was the endoskeleton for a prototype Lefty. Let me know in the comments what you think of this theory, and yeah, I think this is pretty interesting. I think this could be the case. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, agree, or think it's interesting. So yeah, leave it in the comments down below if you agree or think it's possible or interesting. But yeah, now I'll see you guys in the next video. Impulse 7 out. Peace.